Let's go to line number 3 and say good morning to the mayor of the town of Torbay, Mayor Ralph Tapper. Good morning, Mayor. You're on the air.
Good morning, Paddy. How are you this morning?
Top shelf today, sir. How about you?
Oh, not so bad.
Good man.
Wanted to talk to you, Paddy, today about a couple of issues. Obviously, you're aware of one of them. You attended our 40-year anniversary celebration of the service provided by our Torbay Volunteer Fire Department. That was Saturday night, and it was a great event. And I got to thank you for a great show yourself. It was great to have you in town.
I was really happy to be invited, and I was most impressed, as I always am, with the events I attend down in the town of Torbay, and even more so impressed with how tight-knit that crowd of volunteer firefighters are. They're great people, no question.
That's for sure. And, we've got 40 members in that group, men and women, who are on call 24/7 every day, and they provide a great service. And our fire chief, Mike McGrath, he's celebrating his 40th year with that group, and we've got to thank him especially for his dedication over all that time frame.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And he and Karen celebrating 40 years of marriage this year as well. So he's an impressive fella, and look no further in how all the firefighters respond to him and the things they had to say about him. So congratulations to Mike, no doubt about that.
Yeah, it was a great gesture when all the firefighters just lined up and presented their tags, in that special celebration.
Yeah, let's just spell that out for people. So, I guess the fireman's name tag has an important symbolic and realistic approach for the firefighter. So what was done, this young girl, Karen Greeley, had come up with this idea how they could all take a name tag, and she had this trophy design where it was the silver flames on the front and a silver ladder went up to the top of it, and all of the firefighters had their name tag, and on the back of it they had engraved one word to exemplify or what they thought of when they thought of the chief. And then one by one they came up and hung it on the rungs of the ladder, shook the man's hand, hugged Karen on the way out. I thought it was amazing. I thought it was one of the best ideas ever. So way to go to Karen and everyone who thought that was the right thing to do.
It really was a great touch,
It was lovely.
Yes, at the end of the presentation, and it went over well. And I'm sure some people are almost coming to tears when it happened.
And me included.
Yes, all of these people were in uniform, and it was just a great show of appreciation to Mike and Karen, So no, it was great. I just want to congratulate Philip Whitten as well. He was awarded the Firefighter of the Year.
Yep.
And again, for great service, and we've got to acknowledge him.
And here's Philip. While they were about to announce his name, he's off responding to a brush fire or something.
Exactly.
Or other. There you go.
So ironic. But,
as well.
The way it all went down, but he came back and he was given his award.
Cool.
The other issue, Paddy, if I could take a few minutes, as an issue of concern, actually in our community, and that's one of our conservation zone down around Torbay Beach and the surrounding shoreline is all open space there. But we're having a great problem with ATVs, mountain bikes, jeeps, and even trucks going down there over this conservation zone. It's fairly wet here in the spring, and they're really leaving trails of absolute disaster behind. And we're trying to get some of these access points now blocked off, and we're going to put up signage because the use of those motorized vehicles are prohibited in those areas. I touched base with the RNC, and they're going to put more patrols down if they can. There's very limited to what they can do, obviously, with these, especially the quads and that going, So we're going to try to bring about some education and try to get these people out of that area, so because they're damaging, to that whole coastline.
Yeah, and they don't need to be environmental engineers to look behind and see the damage they're doing with their heavy vehicle. Even if it's an ATV, if the sign says you can't go in there and you understand why, it always boggles my mind people's willingness to go ahead and say, shag it, I'm going in there anyway. So hopefully you catch them, and we can out them and shame them so that no one else does it.
Yeah. Well, there's hundreds of people coming into Torbay now. Actually, I was down there myself yesterday because we've got some icebergs here, and we've got buses coming in with people who just want to take some pictures and look around the coastline, which is, what Torbay is all about. Is a beautiful area, But when in the midst of all these celebrations, and because we had actually a wedding down there on Saturday with a busload and a ship came in the harbour as well, you know, and it was just a beautiful time, you know. But when you see the quads going through the crowds and you know, and just making themselves noticed, you know, it doesn't add to the occasion by any means.
No, hardly. I mean, between the noise pollution and obviously destroying some of those wetlands, people need to give their head a shake. Anything else you want to say this morning, Mayor Tapper?
No, I just want to make a plea to the people who use those vehicles just to stay out of that area and you know, let everybody enjoy the whole scene down there. So, but I appreciate your time, Paddy.
Here, and listen to the folks in Torbay. You know, here's the population and the amount of homes exploding down in Torbay, but you still got that tight-knit community spirit that I think you should all be very proud of. And I appreciate your time this morning, sir.
Just one little thing I want to mention, that with the group of firefighters, you know, over half of those members are people who actually moved into our community, and that's what Torbay we want to become, what we want to be known for, you know. As our new residents move in, they get involved with the community, and it's great to see this participation. So it's a great feeling.
I'm with you all the way. Good talking to you, Ralph. Stay in touch.
You too. Thank you, Paddy.
All right, bye-bye. Mayor Ralph Tapper, Mayor of the town of Torbay.